can't show you my back. Hello everybody. How are we? Yes, yesterday and day before it was a bit stressful with that little Grogu, but I really wasn't too worried. I just had this gut feeling that she'd be okay. And I tell you what, she did not want to go outside without me, and she's still like it now, which is really good. Who knows what she got up to on her little adventure. Now I've got a hell of a mess to clean up in my kitchen because I was so tired. I went to bed last night. I went to bed at 10 to 8. I was just knackered. And because that thing that I roasted up, the ribs, that would have been chops on one side and ribs on the other if you'd cut them. It was so big and ungainly. We had a big chopping board and we were cutting it up on that, and now there's this, that's the rest of the stuff is in the fridge, but the fat is just everywhere on that board and another board that I was putting the meat onto, so I've got to give them a good scrub. And so I'll have a clean up, but I also need to chop up, get some meat off the rest of it without, it's actually good now that it's cold, I can sort of pick the fat off. And if there's enough meat there, I will make some shepherd's pie. I caved in and I bought some AirPods. I struggle at work when there's nobody else in the library, like no kids or you know, I don't have to do any sort of customer service stuff. But if I have to do something that's like repetitive, like processing books, I need to be listening to something, but I can't have a speaker because there's a study class upstairs. So I've really struggled. So I ordered some AirPod Pro 2 because they got the noise cancelling function, and you see, but then another function where I can hear everything around me, which is good as well. So it just depends on the situation. And then there's another function where I touch it and it will if I start to talk, the volume will go down, so I can have a conversation with someone without turning, And these ones have got those little silicone tips, which is good for me because I'm sure you guys, I've probably told you before, but I was born with one ear that sticks out. So it's this one here, my left ear. And there's a lot of gristle at the bottom and not a lot at the top. So this top of my ear is really soft and flappy. Side note, it means that if I lie on it, it's actually quite uncomfortable there because it sticks out so far and it hurts. So wearing those, these ones starts to hurt for after a while because the muff, the cuff, the spongy bit, even though it's spongy, it starts to feel like it's pushing on the ear. But it also means that the traditional AirPods, the left one used to fall out quite often. I'd have to keep an eye on it because it's just the way the opening is. It was hard to get it to stay in my ears. So this is good. I like this. I can do this. And these have got protection against sweat and dust, which is good because I use them a lot when I'm gardening and stuff like that. So yes, this will be hidden. The dog will not be going anywhere near. And it comes with these little spare tips too, depending on your ear hole size. So that's good. So it can go on my bedside table. So yeah, so I'm going to go and pick the bones clean, and yeah, I'll take my top off. I don't want fat on that. And yeah, you will see me again soon. Ouch. Ooh, it's a bit warm in here. I thought that I would. What's up there? It's not very useful. I wanted to get. Hang on. Hold up. I'll get my stool. Right. I keep thinking about these the doll supplies I have, these dolls I want to make. So, I've been looking for these since I moved into this room. What a dork. So I've got these joints for arms and legs, and last year or maybe earlier this year, I bought a bundle from Twig and Tail of their doll patterns. I would have shown them before, but we've got Cody. They've all been named after native trees. Titoki, Thimu, Manuka, Hawfai, and just some clothing. So it's the raglan top, there's a messenger bag, a pixie hat, pants, a dress, and some pantaloons. Looks like there's something else there. What else have I got in here? Yep, I don't think that was meant to be in the other. It probably all came in the same order. Embroidery needles for dolls. Snap fastener kit. I don't know if I need that for this. I've just probably bought it at the same time. Oh look, we've even got French knickers, slip-on shoes, I bought those, and then somehow, the fusible wind facing, that would have, I bought that at the same time, but it wasn't necessarily for this. What's that? That's just a bag that they all came in from Spotlight. So I bought 3 different colours of fabric for the skin. And apparently I just got an email, that's what reminded me that I had all these here, that they now sell knitting patterns for them, which is quite cool. So I thought maybe I would just start making one. I don't know which one. And I don't know, I think the first one I think I'll just make for myself. Because I've made quite a few toys and I end up giving them all away, and it would be nice to have something for me. So I don't know. Which one should I make? So I've got some lovely colours here. I find it very funny that I bought this tool and totally forgot. Yeah, would have been in the same order. So I might have a think about that. Because they've all got, you know, slightly different facial features. And Tea Tuki, she is quite cute. Or even Manuka, actually. That girl there. Could make her. And then I could make one of the other ones for the little girls in my life. Yep, we've got our got all of my supplies. Oh, they even talk about rug hooks. It could be, yeah. Cottage pie is cooking. Yeah, maybe I'll make her, and I'll make her out of the really pale fabric, because I have an idea of who the other ones might go to. Yeah. Okay. So maybe we'll have a go at making fleur. It'll be cool. Right, so I do find it funny that I found my magnetic. I was just like, I've seen it sitting on something. Yeah, it would have been sitting on top of all the stuff in that box. Oh. I want to show you guys something. I don't think I've shown you this. I was having a clean up the other day. I pulled this pram out of the wardrobe. I'd had her in there. Now this pram, was my mum's when she was a little girl. And when her mother died, she took it home with her. And this little dolly here, and I used to see those little collectible dolls advertised on the back of a magazine. Well, Mum got sucked in and bought this little one. Can you see the dents on her face? When Mum passed away and we were all at her house for her wake and what have you, my sister had her dog there, Cooper, and my nephew was only about, how old was he? He must have only been about 6 or something at the time. And he came running out and he's like, Cooper's got the baby. And we were like, what baby? And we came out and Cooper had the doll in his mouth. Cooper's got the baby. That's what he sounded like. So she's just hanging out with Judy. We need to get them a little blankie. And Fairy is sitting over there waiting to have some surgery to get her legs put back on. Oh, I still feel very, very, very tired. And you know, when you get tired and you just can't quite figure out what you feel like doing, that's what I'm at. I'm sort of a bit fidgety. Oh, a little bit cooler out here. It's not cool, it's warm. Oh, that's what I was going to show you yesterday and I totally forgot. I'll just take you down, eh? When I was editing the video, I was like, whoop, windy, sorry guys. Look, there you go. Oh girls, I'll get you some greens, eh? Hi Karen! Say hi! And, oh, made that a little bit too zoomed out, but that's alright. You get it all in one. Whoa. Right, so there you go. Shepherd's pie with just a handful of rocket and some balsamic glaze, because got to have some greens. And of course, Digger heard me and he came out. You might see me later, you might not. Catch you tomorrow. There you go. There's the rocket tea in action. Although it is slipping down a bit. We're getting a bit skew with the old dungarees. Let's see if we can. It's alright, it's just because I've been bending and stuff. I'm never any good at these selfie things. Good afternoon, everybody. Let's open the door. I've been home from work for about an hour, nearly, not quite, and I just felt like, well, it's very windy out here. I felt a bit like, oh, I just want to lie down and rest for a bit. So I put YouTube on and I was watching Paula, Stitched by Mrs. D. She's always funny, but I swear this was a particularly hilarious episode, to the point I was laughing so hard I looked like I was crying, and Digger and Grogu were both looking at me like, what the F, Mum? Are you okay? Are you crying? She is so funny. So anyway, yay, it's Friday. I'm gonna go and put some washing on and get a head start on the weekend jobs. And I think we're just gonna have a simple tea tonight. I might just do like a pasta salad or something. But look how windy it is. It's windy, it's gusty. And I think my house plants that are out here in there, they all need watering, so I'm gonna go and do that as well. I'm back. I watered all the house plants. This is so boring. I watered all the house plants. I went to the toilet. No, I cut out the fabric for the doll, but I haven't put markings on it because I've only got an air erasable marker, and I don't know how long it lasts for. I've done a little test on a scrap of fabric, rather than a washable one. I've made the pasta salad and I've put that all together, and I've just chucked it in the fridge to chill down and let the flavours go through. So I'll show you what's in that when that's ready to eat. And now I'm just sitting down and I'm watching TV I'm watching a new series, can't even remember what it's called now. And I'm doing a little bit of spinning while I'm waiting for that. Oh, it was a good day today. I've spent the last couple of days sort of collating resources for Halloween. I have, in my 6 years as a school librarian, I've never done a Halloween display, mainly because, excuse me, I always run out of time to do displays. But, yeah, it's quite often October, you know, Halloween hits and I'm like, ooh, too late. But this year I was on the ball. And so I've created some resources that I can just put up again year after year. I've printed out and laminated some images, and I've made a banner and decorated that, so I'll show that to you on Tuesday. We don't have work on Monday because it's Labour weekend this weekend. And a selection of spooky books. So what I've done with my display is I've tried to incorporate images and information that talk about the origins of Halloween. So Samhain and Pagan Harvest and All Saints Day, and the combination and the amalgamation of Christian and pagan beliefs rolled together to create Halloween, and some of the traditions associated with that. So it's kind of like an educational thing as well. When I was a kid, we knew what Halloween was, but we didn't. It wasn't a big thing here in New Zealand, well, at least in the area that I lived in anyway, and we certainly didn't dress up or do trick-or-treating. It was always seen as more of an American thing, so, you know, you'd see it on TV and that's about it. Our thing was on is it the 4th of November? On the 4th of November, we have Guy Fawkes Day, which, I mean, if you're in the UK, you'd know about Guy Fawkes, but maybe the American viewers wouldn't know. So I can't even remember the full story. We did learn about it at school. So Guy Fawkes was his name Guy Fawkes or Guy Fawkes? Don't know. But that was his name, and he was part of a plot to blow up Parliament in Britain, and it must have been in England, and I can't remember what the plot was about. It was the gunpowder plot, apparently. And so, for some reason, this tradition has carried on in the colonies, which is what we are, of Great Britain. And we would celebrate that with fireworks. And when we were kids, like, they don't do it now, but when we were kids, you, like, at our school, they'd do it, and, you know, your families are invited back at night time for it, for Guy Fawkes night. So they'd light a bonfire, and on the bonfire they'd have a guy, and the guy was like a scarecrow representing Guy Fawkes, and they'd burn him. Like, I think about that now and I'm like, wow. And we'd be like, oh, whoa, and then we'd set fireworks off. So now on Guy Fawkes night, I think most kids probably wouldn't even know what it means. It's just another name for fireworks night, and to be quite frank, I've never been a big fan of it. I don't mind fireworks per se, but I don't think people, the general public, should be able to purchase fireworks. They can cause fires and injuries, and then the worst thing is, as far as I'm concerned, is the poor animals. Like, it's just torture. Like our dog, he's fine around a gun firing, but fireworks going off, he freaks out. It's just really, really horrible. You know, horses and cats and dogs and, yeah, livestock. And, of course, once people have purchased these fireworks, they're able to keep lighting them, and we're going into summer. And it's, as you know, it's getting dry. You only have to set a skyrocket off, go in the wrong direction and cause a fire somewhere. It's just stupid. They should, I feel, being very opinionated here, but that they should just have public displays. So like Speedway Club, once a year, usually around this time of the year, they will do a big fireworks display, and it's beautiful, it's amazing, and it's all controlled. You know, it's all choreographed with music, and it's real good quality fireworks, and it's on one night. So, you know, people can put their animals away and that's it. But when you're at home and your neighbour's setting stuff off and then they decide they're going to do it again the next night and maybe next week and maybe on New Year's Eve, it just gets a bit much. Rant over. I'm tacking this video onto yesterday's video because both days are pretty short, being work days and just non-event days really here. And you'll get full day videos over the next 3 days at least, with it being the weekend. Yeah, Monday is Labour Day, so we have that off as a public holiday, so that'll be nice. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else to say. So anyway, I'll show you dinner when dinner's ready, and I think it'll be nice. I think it will be nice. Oh, did I tell you I was spinning as well? I'm spinning. There. Spinning. I'm back. I have dished up my dinner. This is what we have. Okay, so at the bottom, I just have put some baby spinach leaves. There's a cat. And then I've just got some of this penne pasta. And I've mixed it with chorizo salami, feta, cherry tomatoes, cucumber. I've got cannellini beans. I've got caramelized onion. Did I say feta? Feta, salt and pepper, and some oil and a bit of balsamic glaze. It's very nice. Now I'm going to eat.